are on a mission today. We are bound for Arma, Kansas with Raw and the Rebel and my beat up old car trailer that needs attention. We are bound for a new automobile that's going to be part of the ToyBox collection. Let's roll. Road time. Had a quick stop at Bucks to get water, and that's Dad in their Dodge. He's coming to help. "32 miles per hour. Woohoo! Open road. 64 miles per hour.
You're going 60. Oh, there we go.
64 miles per hour. Fill you in on a little bit before we get there. We are heading to the location that used to be Scotty's Classic Cars in Arma. And Scotty he's a local, one of those where pretty much everybody knew him, whether they thought they knew him or not. Calm, just a good guy. Been a gearhead forever. Involved with a lot of racing, local racing. They had a car lot in Pittsburgh, which is still there. His son is now running the car lot. Son is still into racing as far as I know. I was never involved with that side of Scotty. But I've known him since I was in high school. I used to go because his museum, the building we're going to now, when he had his museum, he restored cars. He had them on display for anybody to come in as like just a free museum. He never charged anybody. They had little merchandise, memorabilia there for sale, but it was just a walk-in, just to come in, say hello, look at his cars. They didn't just have cars, but he had like the setup where he had like mannequins in them and had like drive-in movie theater set up on them, and he had neon all over the place, advertisements, just everything. The whole building was full. So it wasn't just the vehicles, it was a museum for nostalgia in general. And here, I don't know the years, but here a few years ago, they wound up moving. They sold their big house here, and they built a smaller house, moved there. Unfortunately, Scotty passed away earlier this year. And his wife Phyllis is still here. We're heading to meet her here now. They have a few cars left. Most of them have been sold. All the memorabilia got sold here several years ago when they closed the museum down. This car, there's no place for this one at her house. So this is one that fell more within my means than the others that they have. And it's not my typical kind of car. Not that I really have a typical vehicle, but if I did, this is not one of them. But it's cool, and like I say, it's sentimental. It's one that Scotty's had. He didn't build it completely, but he's gone through it. So it'll be a good keepsake. Whether we have it forever or just for a while to do some finishing up on it and then pass it on, we'll see. Don't know yet. I do not foretell the future, but I do foretell where we're going. Where we're going is to get a car, and then we're going to go to lunch. So you got to join us for the whole thing. So buckle in, buckaroo. here we are. This is a replica 1927 Bugatti. So it's a, as far as I know, probably a 70s build kit car. It's titled as a 74 Bugatti replica. It is a Volkswagen powered car. It's got 35 Ford wire wheels on it, 4-cylinder air-cooled Volkswagen engine in the back. That back hood, it's a fiberglass hood, lifts off. Scotty pretty much went through it, did wheels, tires, brakes, engine, chains, seat. There's one little spot right here where it's pulled, so I need to get that fixed. But he had the seat done on it. So it's not the highest dollar build ever, but he finished it. It's nice. It's nicer than most of the replicas that I see, at least out there. And it has a title. It's an off-road title, but I can get that switch back. But a little bit of playing and it'll be ready to go. Here's a quick look at the engine. Air cleaner, all that's with it. It's just off at the moment. Wiring here is off. That is for the taillights there. Not currently hooked up, but they will be. I'll get them hooked up because I do want to drive it and have it road legal. So there's your engine. Trans comes up to there. It is on the trailer. We're going to put it all the way up to the front. There's not enough weight there for the truck to carry, so it's going to go just fine. So, there's 3 steps. So you're going to have to pull out on the bottom of the ship because it kind of hugs it. Right there. And that's what those bolts are on the floor. It's warm, but it's loaded. It's mainly warm inside because there's no breeze. It's not too bad outside, but it is loaded behind the Rumblebee. And we are talking with Scotty's wife a little bit, Phyllis. And I'll take you on a quick walk through the building if that's okay. This is kind of where Scotty, it doesn't look like much, but this is where he did his restorations, one at a time. Very nice, spotless, organized. What I should do, but typically don't. And this is what used to be the museum. They could fit up to about 12 vehicles, I think is the most they had in here at a time. Pretty cool. You have the little, this was the little gift shop. Memorabilia, and in here was his office with the door out to the workshop. It's heated, it's cooled, it's got fluorescent lights. Here's more storage, and finally you have restroom here. So. And this out here is Highway 69, and then there's a little side street. Great building. Wish I could afford it. It's awesome. That was really cool. Had a good talk with Phyllis. A lot of memories from when her and Scotty would meet up with some other friends of ours. Different story for different video for different day. But some old friends of ours that we have some of their vehicles as well. And Ray, that friend, was him and Joy, both of them were big factors in my life growing up with the vehicles and the old stuff and all that. Anyway, but they were comrades back in the day. Her and Joanna go shopping. We'd go shopping while Scotty and Ray would go to the auctions. So anyway, a lot of good stories, reminiscing about things. But for right now, we have the Bugatti. It's a replica. I'm not going to pass it off as whatever, but I'm going to refer to it as a Bugatti, because that's what it looks like. So we've got the Bugatti, and now it's time for a very late lunch or a very early supper, whichever you want to go with. Might be both, I really don't know. Raw is right here.
Hi, I'm hungry.
So, should we tell them where we're going to go get food?
No, it's a surprise.
It's a surprise! In 5, 4, 3, 2, now. On this episode, we're at Chicken Mary's. Let's check it out.
Yep.
That's what I said.
Our usual menu shot, so you can see what they have. There's the story on it. These are new menus since the last time we were here. Very fancy. Important thing to know, they are a Coca-Cola location, so there is no Mountain Dew here. But that's okay. Bread. Groundnut bread. So good. Onion rings. They're not really rings.
No.
But they're called onion rings. She got spaghetti with meat sauce, cottage cheese, and mashed potatoes. And I have fried chicken with German schlong, German potato salad, and cottage cheese. And this is what you wind up with. Lunch for later. Got our mince. How was it? Fantastic. To the Rumblebee.
And away you go. I don't know. That has brakes, right? Rolly, rolly, rolly. Yeah. Barely, but yeah.
It is at the ToyBox. This is not its permanent spot. I'm going to have to get some things moved around. But at least it's here. And we'll be doing some work in here anyway. I got a lot of painting walls and stuff to do. Got a truck full of records. Got a lot of cleaning. This is my body side over here. But it'll work for now. The car cranks. It's not getting fired. Ooh, look at this. This is what happens when you do labor stuff in Kansas or anywhere that you have high humidity and heat. Like, this happens fast. So I'm pretty gross. So the car's unloaded. We're gonna go get drinks and stuff to work on the camper with. That concludes this video. Thank you for joining in. We'll catch you next adventure. See ya.